Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So I'm sure all of you have seen the news. Former Lockheed Martin Chief Financial Officer joins Rocket Lab Board of Directors. So this news is quite significant actually. I've been doing a little bit of research and this is being done because Rocket Lab needs help with a certain thing, and this is why they go out and have people join their board of directors who can help them in certain areas. So I want to show you a little bit of film, which is, it's only 1 minute. It's education about, why public companies have board of directors and what is exactly their role to help better understand the situation. And then we're going to read the press release together, and then we're going to speculate on why Rocket Lab hired this guy. I do think that this is a good hire, and overall it's good news, but it might be a little bit scary. It might be a little bit scary. So stay tuned. Before we really get into the video, I just want to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any other cool Rocket Lab videos. And I really want to thank my channel members. I think we number 18, and we have a few Patreons also who help support the channel. And if you feel you get value out of this video, the link is in the description, and I would thank you so much for supporting the channel. So here's a quick educational video of what board of directors do and what they are for and why companies choose them. Here we go.
How are board of directors of a publicly company selected? How do some activist funds get board seats with ownership as low as 1%? Great question. So what happens is with publicly traded companies, the board of directors are quite often CEOs from other companies that have a lot of experience that can help the company grow. Okay, and I always think of myself whenever I join a board as a prosthetic extension of the management team. And my goal, and I'm very competitive when it comes to helping my students or helping companies I'm on the boards of, my goal is always to get that first call from the CEO when she or he has a problem. Okay, so boards select people based on the value they can add and their network as well. Yeah, and that's why a lot of politicians join boards, like Condoleezza Rice. After she retired as a politician in the Bush administration, she was on the board of a clean tech company that I invested in years ago because she had a lot of connections. So you have to bring some sort of value. It's either industry knowledge or connections or both. Yeah.
Cool. So we heard it from this guy. Actually, I've seen him before. I've even done an accounting course, helped me a lot, that he has done. So he's really a cool guy. I trust him with what he says. So he says that board of directors are helping the company with one or more things. And this can be connections or, knowledge in an area, or both. So with this in mind, we can reverse engineer what Rocket Lab is trying to do here. So let's see this news report here. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you guys. And let me just make my head disappear. So a seasoned executive with strong business and financial acumen, Mr. Possenriede joins Rocket Lab after 35 years career at Lockheed Martin Corporation in financial leadership positions, including serving as Chief Financial Officer. That's crazy. Okay, so that's a very, very prestigious post. It's a very, very good resume. Ken's deep aerospace defense industry experience. So this is going to give the first clues of why this guy was hired. Combined with accomplished financial leadership, adds even more horsepower to Rocket Lab's already impressive board lineup, said Rocket Lab's founder and chief executive officer, Sir Peter Beck. We're building the space company of the future, an end-to-end space company that truly unleashes the potential of space as the next industrial revolution in human history. Ken played a role in growth and success of the traditional space model. Now we're excited to have him help us build the future. Rocket Lab has quickly and strategically risen to the ranks of global space leader, and I'm incredibly excited to join the formidable team behind this, says Mr. Possenriede. From the success of Electron as the world's leading small launcher and the impressive growth of Rocket Lab's extensive space systems business to the impressive progress of Neutron, I've long admired Rocket Lab's ability to execute and shake up the industry by over-delivering and outperforming. I look forward to supporting this trajectory as the company executes on the vision to be the leading end-to-end space company. So not a lot of clues yet, but here we go. This is where the juicy part begins. Mr. Possenriede brings to Rocket Lab a deep experience in capital markets. Okay, so at first I thought that he must have had connections to Lockheed Martin customers, to governments, and this will help Rocket Lab get government contracts. But no. They actually specify in the report what this guy is good at. So here we go. So deep experience in capital markets, customer relationships, and scaling businesses. Prior to assuming the post of CFO and Lockheed Martin Corporation, Mr. Possenriede served as the Vice President of Finance and Program Management for Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company, sorry, I'm butchering this, where he was responsible for leading finances and program management processes, including accounting, contracts, business management, financial planning, scheduling, and earned value. Mr. Possenriede also served as Vice President and Treasurer for Lockheed Martin Corporation. In that role, he was responsible for all aspects of the corporation's worldwide banking activity, including global treasury operations, foreign exchange, and capital markets. Capital markets again. So you realize everywhere where he went, he was responsible for managing finances, budgets, and Rocket Lab already has a very good CFO. I don't think that Rocket Lab, like all the budgets that they have, they're managing fantastically. Look at the Neutron budget. Look how low the Electron budget was. They're doing really good on this front. But here we go, additional clues, including global treasury operations, foreign exchange and capital markets, rating agency relations, capital planning, facilities and risk management. Mr. Possenriede also served as Lockheed Martin Corporation's Vice President of Finance for Electronic System Organization, where he was responsible for all aspects of the business unit's financial and contractual processes and commitments. He also holds a Master of Business Administration from the University of Michigan and bachelor's degree from Rutgers University in Economics. He also currently serves as an advisor to Rutgers Foundation Board of Directors. So, if we start reverse engineering, what is the special ability or connection that Rocket Lab may need and want here? And I think that is the extensive knowledge in capital markets, being able to connect with rating agencies. And that means that Rocket Lab is either planning a capital raise, which might be equity, it might be debt, or they just want to secure themselves for, being having very good financing options available if they have opportunities. I more tend to think that this is the case. I don't think that Rocket Lab is in any sort of money need currently, but depending on what their space infrastructure is going to be, depending on what opportunities might lie ahead of them. Remember, they're trying to acquire new companies, and maybe the company is a bit bigger than 350 million, and the opportunity that maybe an opportunity presents itself where they would need extra financing. And then it's very good to have such a guy that you can call and, he can help smooth the lines for you. He knows what these agencies, for example, what the rating agencies want to see. He knows what the investors or, investment bankers are looking for, what questions they're going to ask. So I really think that this is why he was hired in. It's not because of his connections, not because of probably also the Lockheed Martin experience, but again, all of his experience is connected to the finances. And I just for curiosity's sake, I want to show you guys that Lockheed Martin is actually an investor in Rocket Lab. They were part of a funding round where Rocket Lab was doing a funded round to be able to fund Electron. I didn't find anywhere where they have sold their share in Rocket Lab. This was in 2015. I actually double checked that this guy was not the CFO at that time. Rocket Lab also has worked with Lockheed Martin as a supplier to Lockheed Martin. So it's very possible that these two guys, like Peter and Ken, have crossed paths before. But what I can say is for sure, you can also see here, this is Rocket Lab here. If you click here, it goes to Rocket Lab website. And this is Lockheed Martin Ventures portfolio companies. So I think it's very impressive that they got such a big company's CFO. And because Lockheed Martin has already been involved with Rocket Lab, both as a supplier and as an investor, I think this must mean that Lockheed Martin is very happy and impressed with what they're seeing in Rocket Lab, or at least this guy, because he had special access to Rocket Lab. Like he had friends with Lockheed Martin. So overall, I think that this is a very good, very strategic move. But it does make me feel like a capital raise is coming or is in the plans. But if as long as it's being handled with very expert, I mean it's not a secret that we know that Rocket Lab probably will need to raise more money for their future projects. Space is very capital intensive, and I'm happy if this gets done with expert guidance from people who have a lot of experience in the defense and aerospace industry, raising a lot of money. So let me know, guys, what did you think? Is this a positive for you? Why do you think that they did this? You can go against me. You can say that, Vince, you got it completely wrong. This has nothing to do with capital raise. In that case, like, why do you think they have this guy on the board? And again, I want to shout out to the channel members who help support the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Rocket Lab Weekly. Ciao, ciao.